This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Come on, 18 data. You ain't got nothing. Check 50.
First carry for a Kenosha native and former Badger, Melvin Gordon. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Check. Bang.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Jones. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
24.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Rolling to his left. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, 31. Nice, sweetheart.
This is Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 36-yard line.
You're set. 19. Alert. All day.
On second down, it's Jones. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now it's Watson. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From the shotgun to give to Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Ashawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama, a big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he's going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game. And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Landon Collins. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Don't do this way. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got one. Take four.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, it's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jared Davis leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Ronald Jones, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
First down, Lions.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Joker. Kill. Check 52. Yeah. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Jack, grab it.
Here's Gordon. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
They're gonna need some therapy after this.
On the ground, this is Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check nickel.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
36. Watch the
Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. Touchdown, Detroit. Melvin Gordon. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. A shotgun snap for Watson. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Jones. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First down, Detroit.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Jackson. Complete to Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm coming. Check your heart rate. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Rush in.
Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. They don't give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Don't get nervous. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Jones on the return. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 31, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Third
and long. It's Watson eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Damian Willis. 25 yards that time. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Watson. He sets up the screen to Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now a first down throw, Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Here we go, here we go.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
He's crossing.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Get out the field, defense. Hustle. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go.
Here's Jackson to throw. Pressure from his right, and he...
Put a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
Ready. Coming to you. 50 seconds of Mike. 50 seconds of Mike. 50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On third down, Jackson. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now Gordon on first down. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So you just collected ticks now? Okay.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, he completes it to Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna see. It's a few inactives or whatever like that. So we'll see. I know, that shit crazy, isn't
And
it?
John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Just been working,
So a
on
moment to catch our collective breath after the third down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
You should need to check with
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Listen.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson.
Let's go.
Jones, and it's intercepted.
Let's go. And that's to the crib. And that's to the crib. Let's go, man. Not to have a bad season all year. To the crib. Cash in when I'm like 3-6.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch
exactly. And they'll talk about,
extra point right down the middle.
And they'll talk about, I messed up my cap. I got money for a whole bunch of stuff, and my offense is still good. My offense is come back for another 2 years.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6.
You see my cap still good.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So the ridiculous contract. Watch. You know who next up to be broke? What's his name? Oz.
The Lions offense
remember, he
kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right.
And he's going to be brought down. Jackson hit and he lost the football. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll roll him out right. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got him in. Complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line.
Let's go deep.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Wow, ferocious, man. This nigga trying. Nigga been knew about every one.
Stumbled on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Cassie, I'm trying to run his defense like niggas been knew about every one.
Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
It's set up and on.
They'll wind up
when they come out of 2, like
here.
no more than 2 wide receivers, and try to run the ball. That's what you pick. Add this one.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
What you went for D-Law?
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. 4th down, here's Jackson. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Credit the tackle that time. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Again, it's Jones. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A big run there by Jones. 44 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now Watson. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and through. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at FedEx Field. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Can you start? All right, cool.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down